welcome back to Everyone Parent. I'm Ingrid. I hope everybody's doing well. So today I wanted to talk about the importance of planning and the importance of using planners or notebooks or different things that I'm going to talk about in today's video. So I have gone to birthday parties when my daughter was younger, 2 weeks late. So let's say the party was on the 5th, I would go to the party on the 15th. Or vice versa, I would go like a week earlier. I was so screwed up with my dates and the time and so forth. And I used to just get everything just out of sync. So that's the name of this video. It's called Sync or Sync. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of planning and in terms of recipes or cooking, and especially when it comes to activities for you and your kids. So the first step I wanted to do was give you an option of different kinds of planners that you could use, or non-planners, that like the non-traditional planners, so that you can better plan your time. So what I like, and this is the first planner I like, this is called the Erin Condren planner. And this planner basically is it's a horizontal planner that comes with, so you have the month all laid out here, right? So I can put things, and I can put like stickers on here that represent certain things like doctor's appointments, Happy New Year, an activity, school starts. This is because I'm going to be teaching after the holiday break, so I just put like a sticker there. And then in the next section you have the breakout session, I kind of call it. And what the breakout session is an opportunity for you to actually write out the things that you have to do for the week. Okay, so as soon as I find out that I have some stuff falling out of here, as soon as I find out that I have an appointment, or there's a school activity, or there's a parent-teacher conference, or I have to make an appointment, or what have you, I put it all in my planner. So let me tell you how I would start this, okay? And there's going to be more information found on everyoneparent.com. That's the1parent.com. So what I do is, well, let me backtrack. I want to say about 10 years ago or so, when I was working in corporate, over 10 years ago, before I became a professor, I was working in corporate, and I was supposed to send something to the senior vice president's, my senior vice president was going to make a presentation at a domestic violence shelter. And I had helped create these domestic violence brochures for the company that I was formerly working for. Well, I got so busy and I was so swamped with work that I completely forgot to send it. So when she got to her destination, I think it was Indiana, I think when she got to her destination, the domestic violence brochures were supposed to be there and they were not there. And obviously she was very upset because she didn't really have anything to show the shelter. And we were the ones, my old company was the one that coordinated and created the domestic violence brochure. This is for any woman that was, is, or was a victim of domestic violence. So one of the things that she did was she sent me to a class in the city, and it's I forgot the name of it, but it was a class that taught me how to like plan. And so the gentleman that was teaching the class, he said, and this is the tip that I'm going to be passing on to you. He said, and I still follow this till today, everything that you have to do, write it down in a notebook. Everything. I mean, if you have to make a dentist appointment, if you have to make a doctor's appointment, if you have to go get your hair done, your kids have a school activity, PTA conferences, all that stuff. He said, write everything down in a notebook. The second thing that he said to do was anything that takes less than 5 minutes to do, like you have to make a doctor's appointment, or you have to make a doctor's appointment for your kids, or whatever it is, anything that takes less than 5 minutes to do, he said document it and block out time. So blocking out time means that you do 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, so forth and so on. So normally in the mornings when I get to work, right, I walk in and, you know, the first thing that I do is I check all of my emails. I block out time to only check and respond to emails, and I try to make sure that the emails are as detailed as possible. So I will send out probably about 30 emails in an hour, and then I'll go on to the next activity. Now, when I do my next activity, I'm not going to be checking my emails in between doing my next activity. So if I'm checking my emails from 9 to 10, I move on to the next activity. So from 10 to 11 or 10 to 10:30 is when I have blocked out time to make all these doctor's appointments. And so I'll call the dentist, I'll call, I don't know, if I have to get my hair done, if I have to, you know, take my daughters to get their hair done, you have to take your sons to get their hair cut. Block out the time to call and to make the appointments. And in the meantime, what you would do is you would have your dated planner out. You'd have your dated planner out that would sort of give you a guide as to when those appointments actually are. Now, the reason why I like seeing things for the month is because I can go, okay, next week I have this, next week I have that. You know, it gives me an opportunity so I can look at the month in a glance so I can get myself ready for the following week. The reason why I particularly like these kind of planners, and you know, everybody has to go to according to what they like, but the reason why I like these planners is because I have the ability where I can block out the time. So I can do 9 to 10, and you can see mine is like really, you know, messy and so forth. I have, you know, different colors, red, I separated things, and I have 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. I have all of my appointments completely all blocked out. That is how you would better plan. And so after I took the class and I did my planning, I never missed an appointment ever again. So you're saying to yourself, okay, this is a lot because I'm running around, I gotta go to work, the kids have their school activities, I gotta go to the doctor. How am I gonna do all this? Listen, it only takes probably about, I wanna say about 5 minutes to maybe 10. Okay, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to write everything down in your planner. Okay, and so what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to go over different ways or different kinds of planners that you can utilize that best fit you. So, you know, as I said, I like the Erin Condren planner because, or I just like planners that just have everything laid out for the month. And then I like a planner where it's all separated by day, so this way I can block out the time that I need to plan my activities, okay? Some planners even come with like these cute little stickers. You can even buy planning stickers, and what the planning stickers are is the ability where you can color code things. So like, let's say your kids' activities would be in yellow, your activities would be in purple, work stuff would be in like orange, whatever it is. You can have, you know, separate stickers, but again, that's really extra. That's not for everyone to do. So I found another planner, and it was very interesting. I went to TJ Maxx, which is actually up the street from my university, and I went to TJ Maxx and I said, you know, let me go out there and see what other planners are out there just so that I can become more familiar with the different types of planner. So I found this planner. It's called the Paper Mousepad planner, and so this planner I found in TJ Maxx, I was saying, and I think this was like $8.99. If you go on everyoneparent.com, you'll find the pricing of it. So this is actually a mouse pad. So now I lug this back and forth between work, but with these planners, you can actually keep this at work, right? And so it's a mouse pad. You just obviously put your mouse on there if you use a mouse pad. I do at work, only because it's just easier for me to, like, you know, navigate things. And as you can see on these planners, you have 5 days a week. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then you have things to do this weekend, next week, and maybe, so this says Snowball in Hell, which I just realized it said that. So this says Snowball in Hell. Snowball in Hell means, I guess, you know, it's something that you're planning to do, but you just never, but you don't think that it's ever going to get done within the next month or so. I would probably ignore this part. You can put your own dates in here, right? And, you know, it has your hopes for this week, the high, medium, low, the things that you really want to accomplish this week. And you just put this down on your desk and you just navigate it. And the same thing, you block out time from 9 to 10, you check emails. From 10 to 10:30, you make your doctor's appointments. From 11 to 12, you work on this particular project. From 1 to 2, sometimes even on your lunch hour, if you have time. I know a lot of people get 45-minute lunches, 30-minute lunches, because you're asking yourself, okay, how am I going to find time to do all this planning? You can find the time in between activities, and like I said, it only takes about, you know, 10 minutes. So I thought that this was a really, really good one that I found at TJ Maxx. And guess what? Even if you use this at home, it rips, the top portion rips off. So the top portion rips off, and you can take the top portion, you can fold it, take it with you home, and then, you know, look at it during the week, you know, when you're home or whatever, and go, okay, that's right, I have a parent-teacher conference from like 7 to 8 or 6 to 7 or something to that effect, and you just rip it back and take it home. There are some people, oh, let me get to this larger planner here. So this is a larger planner. And I also found this one at TJ Maxx, and this was $12.99. And this larger planner is by Rae Dunn. And it is the same concept. This is a 2019 planner. And so I'm just going to go into January here, right? And in January, you can see that it's actually a lot bigger than my Erin Condren planner. So this one is a lot bigger, and it's the same concept. You can put your, you know, things that you're going to do or have to do, action stuff. Your action stuff goes here, right? You write down doctor's appointment 9 o'clock. You don't write out your individual items until you get to this section of the planner. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll write down on a date, if I have like a whole list of things to do, I'll write down C list. And then I'll go to my list and I'll go to the date, and I know that those are the things that I have to do for that day. Okay? So as a university professor, we don't teach every single day. I know it's you know, it's a good deal, but we still have to grade papers, and we still have like a lot of deliverables, even though we're not physically at work teaching. So what I have done is I have tried my very best. About 98% of everything that I do goes into my planner. Now, I don't see my phone around, but there are some people that feel comfortable using their phone. I don't feel comfortable using my phone. And the reason why I don't is because I need to see things. I'm kind of old-fashioned that way. I need to see things in paper. I need to be able to sort of write things out. I need to, you know, be able, and you can't really do that when on a cell phone like this little. So I prefer a sort of like bigger size, or the other larger size. Okay. So this is like a more simple planner, and again, you can still go and purchase stickers, and at the bottom of my video I'll have where you can get, you know, the stickers that I've gotten from. But again, that's all extra, and that's something that you don't really have to run out and get. It's just something that I do because it kind of helps me keep me in check. But again, this is the larger planner by Rae Dunn that I really like a lot. The other one, and these two are not planners, is this is also from TJ Maxx, and I think this was like $8.99. You can go on everyoneparent.com. So this is actually a magnet. This is actually a magnet that goes right on your refrigerator. And this is really, really good if you're planning recipes for the week. Okay, so if you know what you're going to be cooking, which I knew what I was going to be cooking for the week, I would write down my recipe list here, and then I would take this with me. I haven't even used this yet. I would tear this section off here, right? Obviously this whole section tears off, but I tear this section off here, and then I would take this to the grocery store, and I would have my grocery list or my recipe list and put it and tuck it in my bag or what have you. Okay, so this is another one. It's called a very tall notepad, and it comes with 100 pages of information, of not information, but it's 100 pages, and it is a magnetic strip in the back that you can actually just stick right on top of your refrigerator. The other thing is, and this is something really, really simple. I also got this from TJ Maxx. This was $6.99. It's just a regular old notebook. Okay, you get a regular old notebook, and if you are not into blocking time out, and I know that everybody has their own way of doing things, if you're not into blocking time out, write it down. Write down everything, and at least if you write it down and you go, okay, such and such's birthday party is on the 15th, at least you can just go right to your calendar and just compare and go, okay, the 15th, and then you just go to the 15th and write down birthday, Johnny's birthday party, 15, 3 o'clock. So at least you have it written down in your planner. Now, there's some people that don't want to use a planner, that only use a notebook, and then maybe you might use a notebook in conjunction with your cell phone. Okay, so my friend, she uses her cell phone to put everything in there. I don't use a cell phone. Like I said, I use a planner. But if you put everything down in your notebook and you prefer a cell phone and you put an alarm on your cell phone, that would be great in terms of planning as well. I find also that this is great. A notebook is great to use for planning when you do travel, when you do like vacation. So I'm going to be doing a video soon on one international trip and one domestic trip. And what I like about these, notebooks, I'm sure everybody uses notebooks, right? It's nothing like spectacular. But what I like about notebooks is that with the notebooks you can write everything out. You do comparison of prices. Some people don't have printers, so they don't have printers at home where they can just go home and print out their stuff. They instead utilize their notebooks, and they have like their laptop or their computer, and they just write everything out, and then they start making their trips that way. But that's going to be in another video coming up very shortly on vacations. So if you want, there's going to be more information on planning in on everyoneparent.com. So I hope you go and read it. But you are going to get a lot more detailed information. I've basically explained everything that's on the website, but I like to use the YouTube videos as an opportunity to kind of really get you to really see and feel and touch the things that I'm talking about when I'm presenting on YouTube. As you can see, a friend of mine is getting married, and what I did was, the first thing I did was I went to, she's getting married October 4th, and I went to October 4th already. I don't have anything planned there yet, and I put October 4th, Michael and Michelle's wedding already for October 4th. So, my next thing to do is probably do a sticker and put like a little sticker on there just to remind me, and maybe I'll put it in pink or something, that it's Michael and Michelle's wedding. But again, that's all extra. So I hope that you like the video, and I hope that you've been liking this series of videos, and I really would like your opinion. And please share with us what you do in terms of planning yourself. How do you plan your recipes? How do you plan trips? How do you plan your daily activities? How do you plan your kids' activities? So I'm actually going to be doing more planning videos, because other single moms have reached out to me, single moms that I know and personally, and they have said to me, Ingrid, you don't know how many times I have missed things completely because I just forgot. Or my other friend Trish, who's a police officer, said, oh, Ingrid, you'll never believe this, but I don't do RSVPs. I just forget. So I forget to RSVP, and you don't want to forget to RSVP, because then the mom or the dad that you're taking your kids to the birthday party to don't know that your kid is coming and is not prepared for the amount of food that they need because you didn't RSVP. So that's another thing to sort of think about, and why you should use a planner. But again, I hope that you like this video, and stay tuned for more. And again, I'm Ingrid from Everyone Parent, and I hope that you have a great day.